shall be biara at the bar and at the Jubadi so Ayo TV and Sempefi and has the open latest update to the anonymous so say over subscribe to your channel no like it a day a mine. The quality bar and I just one customer share very good. May they be ever dome na any day dear. Ye bo era and 7 one I just say ye bo up in two chords abba na. Enti ya ife oba enye enti ye ketwa yanka sie nim eye Oliver Baker lense mwa na chese koso ewo media so a bukopiem ewo parliament dia na chese some issue bi na chese okoka bi a chese obi so a ne ekopiem ewo court na enele ya me no kasai dia ya discharge eye Oliver Baker na eno ewonsem na chese abetoja eye Yenya Bema Banco, Edimu, Enchemu, Abegu, Apawa. So now we say, steady and same way a city and coming home. Not just say, young Kojimunchi, Muna, Adinchevia, one, where Janet or your comment session. I say,
let me take you to the courts. Now, the criminal jurisdiction of the High Court in Accra has acquitted and discharged Oliver Baka-Vomowo, a social activist who was standing trial for treason. Mr. Baka-Vomowo was charged with treason in 2022 when he was picked by national security operatives by threatening a coup if Parliament went ahead to pass a controversial e-levy bill. His detention and the charges leveled against him sparked widespread public debate and condemnation from civil society groups amid concern over free speech in Ghana. Now, legal affairs correspondent Latif Idris joins us with updates. Latif, when did this happen and what has been his reaction so far?
Well, let me first. So this official discharge of Oliver Baka-Vomowo happened about 20-25 minutes ago here at the High Court. But I must say that the accused person himself and his legal team were not present in court when the case was called. And in fact, they've not been seen here at the court premises or anywhere close to the court. So they didn't show up, but because a nolle prosequi has been officially been given by the Attorney General Dominic Ayine, the judge went ahead to discharge the accused. This whole thing we all know started back in 2022 when Oliver Baka-Vomowo was arrested at the Kotoka International Airport upon his arrival from the United Kingdom. And like you said in your intro, he had made some comments on social media about staging a coup if e-levy was passed. We all know e-levy subsequently was passed. He was taken to the Shaman District Court where he was denied bail and then transferred to this particular court. Now today, what was expected to have happened here was that the trial judge was to oversee the empaneling of the juror that would have overseen the trial itself proper. Right. So that was what was slated for today. But then we all know what had happened with the amnesty that has been granted by the new Attorney General. And Oliver Baka-Vomowo is one of the few individuals who has benefited from the amnesty of the Attorney General. In fact, he has benefited twice from the Democracy Hub protest. He benefited, and today he's become yet again another beneficiary of the amnesty of the Attorney General. He is today walking free.
Was he in court?
To an end a trial that has traveled for a little over 2 years since his arrest at the Kotoka International Airport.
But you can confirm that he wasn't in court, despite his legal representatives as well not in court. He himself was not in court as well.
Yes, Oliver Baka-Vomowo was not in court, but we saw some individuals who belong to the Democracy Hub group. They showed up in court just some few hours before the case was called. And then even before the case was called, they also moved away. I'm sure they got a signal from somewhere that maybe Oliver wasn't going to show up in court, so they also made their way back to their various businesses, if you like.
Latif, thank you for that update. As government is expected to follow through on its promise to revoke controversial portions of legislative instrument LI 2462, which paved the way for mining in Ghana's forest reserves. This decision follows revelation in Parliament that nearly all of the country's forests and water bodies are being plundered by unarmed illegal miners. Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, Dr. Murtala Mohammed, says Parliament's leadership has fast-tracked the process, with the amendment expected to be laid before the House by Wednesday.
We actually started the process engage the ranking on subsidiary legislation. Honorable Patrick Buama, I engage the leadership, and we will be laying it pretty soon. So what happened because of the budget, we had a discussion. We agreed that we are not going to have a pre-laying because it is just an amendment of that portion that we are doing. So we don't need pre-laying because we knew that we were to engage in pre-laying, it was going to take a longer time. So we agreed when I spoke with Honorable Patrick Buama. And then, well, I'm not in the position to determine whether the security, situation is enough for us to do so. The people clothed with the capacity to do that is the leadership of the security agencies. But if indeed the security agencies deems it fit for us to declare a state of emergency, why not? But one thing I can say is that it's a fight we will not relent. We will fight it, and we will not spare anybody who is participating directly or indirectly in the destruction of our water bodies and the habitat and environment we live in.
Of Wednesday, let's engage further on this conversation. Dr. Abdul Wadud Momin, Senior Lecturer, Department of Sustainable Mineral Resource Development, School of Mines, University of Energy and Natural Resources. Doc, thank you for joining us this morning. Generally, the conversation around illegal mining has taken the center stage, especially at the end part of the previous government up until the beginning of this year. Now, this current government is promising that it will revoke this particular airline. But generally, this current government, what would you say is their posture on the conversation around illegal mining?
Thank you very much, and good morning to your viewers and listeners. And let me also use the opportunity to wish all Muslims in the country Ramadan Kareem. So far, so good. This is a positive step the government has taken so far. Towards the end of last year, as we have reiterated, it was a general call, a nationwide call and appeal that the previous government should repeal this act, this LI, and withdraw allowing mining in forest areas. In any case, to what effect was that supposed to be? Illegal mining is actually unregulated mining. Nobody has given permission for illegal miners to invade forest areas to mine. So withdrawing the LI in any case has no effect on illegal mining. It doesn't really address illegal mining. But in any case, we would be happy to hear that the other laws, let me inform everybody in this country that this is not the only LI, that allows mining in forests. This is the popular one, and this one was passed just to please EPA, to give EPA certain assumed rights and responsibility over also having a regulation on mining in the country. But there are other existing laws. The law that allows the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources to actually give licenses to approve concessions for companies and other interested parties to mine, allows the minister, if you go deep into the LI, you'd come to find that the law allows the minister to grant mining concession in mining areas, in forest areas. So repealing this LI alone is not enough.